So I think it's important to have a chuckle at yourself. So I'm going to tell you about probably one of the most embarrassing things I ever did. It made me want to vanish on the spot. So yeah, I'll just dive straight into it. So a few years back, I had to get my license renewed or changed over or whatever it was. So I had to head to the local government office where I could do that. So at the time I was in Sydney and found where the local place was, travelled into the centre of Sydney to where this government building was, and MVR2 had to do hers at the same time. So we're filling out the paperwork and stuff, or we get there and they give us paperwork to fill out kind of thing. And I can't remember if MVR2 suggested it or I suggested it, but basically the decision was made that she would fill in the paperwork on my behalf, because I am a classic for making mistakes on paperwork, and in those kind of situations where it's bureaucracy to the max, you can't get anything wrong and you got to make sure you have all your documentation and all that kind of stuff. So I figured, yeah, that was the smart move. Play the numbers game, as it were, or the statistical strong hand, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, the decision was made that MVR2 would do my paperwork for me, and she went up first, and the guy looked fairly friendly, that kind of thing. They're chatting away, she's showing all the documentation, that kind of thing. And long story short, all goes well. She gets her license approved or updated or renewed or whatever it was, and she comes back and I had my ticket. I was the next person to get called up, wait for the thing to come up. Yeah, it's my number, head on over, give the guy my paperwork. I'm thinking, well, if MVR2 got through, I'm going to get through too, because we've got very similar documentation, everything else. And I have my stuff in, the guy's starting to go through it, and I'm looking at this upside down from my perspective, and I realize that MVR2 has put her surname instead of my surname, so like her family name instead of my family name. So I suddenly have this realization of like, I'm gonna have to say something here, because yeah, that I don't want to end up with like one of my main forms of ID and like for driving and stuff having the wrong name or getting shot down because or whatever. So I've got this, like, I don't know if it's a dichotomy, but I got this decision to make in my head of like, I got to tell this guy, and how do I tell this guy that I have put the wrong name? So I just had to just jump at it and go, hey dude, I'm really sorry, but I've put the wrong name, because I didn't want to say that someone else had filled out my paperwork for me. So I guess that's what I went with. So I just said, hey dude, I'm really sorry, but I've put my name wrong. And this guy like looks at me and then looks at the paperwork and then looks at me again, and I swear he had this look on his face of, man, I've seen some real rippers in my time doing this job, but you've got to take the biscuit. You don't even know your own name? Seriously, dude? So yeah, that was pretty embarrassing. I just kind of wanted to disappear right then. Yeah, so he had to reprint the paperwork and I had to do it again, and I think he did maybe make a crack of, have you got it right this time, when I went back. But yeah, I got my stuff, got my license sorted, and live to fight another day. So yeah, ride smart, ride safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. But yeah, stuff goes wrong, and yeah, you know, you put yourself in those kind of situations, or maybe someone else does on your behalf. But I just thought I'd share that one with you, maybe make you chuckle, brighten your day a touch, put a smile on your dial, hopefully, that kind of thing, because stuff can go wrong in life and drag us down, and maybe having a bit of a laugh at me will cheer you up some. Or yeah, I'm cool with being the butt of a joke or having a laugh at my expense. You know, why not? Yeah, and I make mistakes on the bike and to do with the bike and etc, etc, and it's just the way it is. So yeah.